can hear me, yeah? I'm a New Yorker. Sometimes I don't need a mic, so this is strange for me. So my favorite Lebanese saying is Yalla Habibi. I'm the only one in the Bronx that goes around saying Yalla Habibi. So Yalla Habibi, you feel alive? Seriously, do you feel alive? Right? Every morning we wake up searching for what our purpose is, right? Maybe we argue with ourselves. We want to change every single morning. Why am I here? What am I to do, right? What is my purpose? You see, we don't just have one purpose. We have many purposes in life. I'm going to guide you through 2 stories of incredible heroism, okay? And me waking up one morning saying my purpose just fell into my lap. And it changed me forever. Everything, the way that I look at life, everything. It's about being a living donor. And I know that there are many laws in this country and in the Middle East and in Asia and Timbuktu. But I want you to forget about all those laws, and I'm going to teach you 2 main ways to donate. We heard about it earlier, blood, one main way. If you haven't done it, go do it, okay? Because there's so much of us that we need to share to the outside world. We can't just keep it to ourselves. We can't be greedy, right? Okay? So you can be an adult donor, okay? Or you can be a regular living donor to an infant. Kenya here, to your right, my left, okay, is a seemingly normal-looking 30-year-old. She woke up one day, and both her kidneys failed. So just imagine this. I'm going to be very raw. This is going to be a very raw presentation. Imagine you cannot urinate for 8 months of your life. Can you imagine that? We need to drink water nonstop, right? It filters everything. But when your kidneys fail and you're put on dialysis, if you're not familiar with dialysis, okay, you go in for treatment, take your blood out, put new blood in. Okay? For 8 months, this young, beautiful soul could not do that. 3 days a week, 12 hours a day, she sat in a chair, blood out, blood in. And she struggled looking for a donor. All of her family members went through the matching process, and I'll explain that in a second. And she matched with a few of her family members. But because she went through dialysis, none of them could give their kidney to her. Because by the time she went in for dialysis, that was it. Everyone was opposite of her. So what's called an organ exchange system, okay, and this might differ because there are laws over here where you can't do that. That should change. That's her cousin, her beautiful cousin, a living donor, Leo. So Leo matched, okay, and when time came for him to give his kidney to her, he was denied. So they went into a kidney exchange program with 16 other people, okay, and it's completely anonymous at this point. So 8 people show up, give their kidney. 8 people receive the kidney. You don't know where your kidney's going to. It's just going to the highest person that it's matching. So Leo gave his kidney to someone he didn't know. Beautiful Kenya received a kidney from someone she didn't know because she had a 70% match rate with that person. The moment that kidney connected to her urethra, she started urinating immediately. So 8 months of nut to immediacy. That's incredible. And you're trying, maybe you might think to yourself, will this affect me? Because if you're thinking about becoming a living donor, of course you're going to have questions. I'm going to tell you the questions that I did not have in a second. But some questions, can I eat certain things? Can I run? Can I jump? Can I swim? Well, here's a picture of Leo. He loves yoga. He's doing a headstand. He is perfectly fine. And he's a hero. He's a great man for doing what he did. So nothing will happen to you. So let's talk. And here's Kenya. Her first day back exercising was just last week. And she got her kidney back in October 2016. So back to normal life. It's very easy. Very, very easy. So let's talk about some taboos. Let's talk about religion before I go into my next story. Because the first thing that I thought when I was sitting down, wait, does my religion say I can do this? Am I not supposed to do this? So many people have that question during my research. And also, organs are huge on the black market. It's disgusting, quite frankly. It's disgusting that people sell organs not for $15,000, not for $20,000 US dollars. They can go upwards of $250,000 US dollars. That's terrible. It really is. It's sad, but it's a fact. It's not a fact in the United States. What is a fact in the United States? That 21 people every single day die because they do not receive an organ. I know it might be a lot higher over here, but you shouldn't have to come from a wealthy lifestyle to go purchase an organ. It should just be there for you. To me, that's the humane aspect of it. So what does religion say? Every single religion says the exact same thing, that it's perfectly fine. As long as you're not doing any harm to yourself, you can give. And how amazing is that? To give the gift of life. Every religion teaches us, whether you follow religion or not, I don't care. Every religion teaches us that you have to do good to others, do good to your brother and your sister, your neighbor. So I'm going to do everything in my power to do that. So let's go on to the next story. That's my nephew. That's Thomas. On your left, my right, that's what he looked like when he was born. And I remember I was working in Manhattan. My family's in Boston. It's about 4 hours away. And I got a call one morning from my father saying, pray. We don't know if your sister's going to make it or if the baby's going to make it. She went in a week before her scheduled C-section. I have probably 80 plus first cousins. 0 kidney donation and kidney disease in my family. So he was born with a very rare disease. It turned out it wasn't her kidneys that were failing, it was his. So his disease is so rare that mom has to have this one cell and dad has to have this one cell and they have to meet. Do you know how much sperm goes inside during the fun time? Unbelievable, but this one cell and that one cell met each other, okay? And so he was born with this. His life expectancy was very, very little, okay? So he had what's called autosomal recessive polycystic kidney disease. Big word. I'll simplify it. What that means, you got 2 kidneys back here, right? Hundreds, if not thousands of cysts just protrude, and they just keep growing. So you have an infant who just blows up all around. What happens is it squashes his lung capacity. He can't breathe, okay? Trach goes in, almost on life support, if you will. So they remove 1 kidney 6 months after he's born, hoping that that would help him breathe. It didn't. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So he has 5 million aunts, a whole bunch on my side, a whole bunch on his dad's side. His mom is my sister. And we sit down and we do what's called matching. So you sit there and it's an open dialogue with the surgeons. You ask whatever questions you want to ask. And 45 minutes go through, everybody's asking their questions. Doctors look at me, and this is where my New Yorker side comes out. You've probably read, Bada Bing, Bada Boom. I really do live by that motto in life. This is the issue. This is how we're going to solve it. Let's get it done. No questions asked. So they came and they said, okay. I didn't even know my blood type at this point. I just said, okay, let's go. Let's test. The very first time that I held him, and he looked just like that over there, he opened his eyes for the first time. And I looked at him, not knowing what my blood type was, what I was capable of, anything of that nature. I sound so selfish by saying I so much. And I looked at him and I said, buddy, nobody's around. And I said, buddy, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but you're getting my kidney one way or the other. And then a few months pass. The only people to match were his father and I. At that point, I figured out I was So y'all need anything? I got you covered with blood. So at the 11th hour, his father was medically disqualified, and that can happen. So he was already scheduled for the transplant. I get a call. I'm supposed to go overseas in 2 days. And I had a wonderful primary care physician who kept her office open till 9, 10 o'clock at night. And I sat there and I failed my EKG like 4 or 5 times. She's a great Nigerian doctor, thick Nigerian accent. Marie, calm down. How can you calm down when somebody's saying it like that to you? Thank God it was an old machine not connected to the actual computer. So they just ripped up the pages. We made it work. Okay, where there's a will, there's a way, right? I told that kid I was going to give it to him. So I passed. Fast forward a few months, that's the day before he goes in for surgery. This incredible, incredible, incredible kid. Taught me so much, right? He's smiling before he goes in. So you're probably asking yourself, you're such a big woman. It's okay, I am. I'm a big woman, all right? And you're probably, wondering, how can your kidney fit in this little man, right? If you have a very soft stomach, just close your eyes. The kidney on the right is his. He had 2 of those. Hundreds of cysts. Kidney on the left is mine. It's teeny, right? So I hope that, I'm going to keep this up for a few more seconds. I don't want anyone suffering. No child, no person like Kenya suffering. We have the ability to not only change ourselves, but change the lives of others. Leo did not only change the person's life that he gave the kidney to, but he changed Kenya's life. If it wasn't for Leo, Kenya wouldn't have gotten the kidney, and the other person wouldn't have got the kidney. If it wasn't for me giving the kidney, he wouldn't be standing there like this today. There's an incredible book, The Alchemist, right? I hope that everybody has read that book. If not, I hope you go back and you read it. And there's a quote in there, but I'm going to rephrase it to myself. When we love, okay, and when you give life, and when we love, period, we change ourselves on a daily basis. We make ourselves better and better. We not only become heroes, we become the person who changes not just the little boy's life, but his mom's life, everyone else's life, our friends' lives. So I hope that my talk has inspired you enough to go donate blood. If you can't donate a kidney or a piece of a liver or anything, that you'll do something small and just spread the word. Thank you.